Hey there, this is Scott Johnson of the Brown Cow. Today I've got a quick tutorial about your slider. I've had a lot of people ask me questions on how to change the slides that are on your home page, the big slider. Typically every website I do has a big slider that slides through some graphics or images that kind of dictate the look and feel of the site. And so people want to know how to change those. Now I will say this is a little disclaimer. When you come to me to get your site built, first and foremost, I am a designer and an artist, and so when we do your sliders, those images are high quality images, and we're creating those through Photoshop. Most people who have a site built through me don't have the capacity to actually create new slides. I have a lot of my clients just come back to me for new slides, and I'll just redesign a new one and go from there. But if you want to tackle that, you definitely will want to be able to know your way around Photoshop or know someone that does, because each slider has a specific pixel dimension, and I will show you what that is. So I'm going on to one of my client sites right here to do some stuff. What you're going to do is, if you are using LayerSlider, which most of my clients do, if you're using LayerSlider, you're going to come down to LayerSlider and you're going to go to All Sliders. And then that's going to populate LayerSlider dashboard, and we'll go from there. So you can create as many slideshows as you want, but typically there is only one slideshow. And here we have two slideshows. I'm not sure why, but we'll go with the first one. It says homepage. We don't want to copy it. We want just the homepage one. So we click homepage, and then it will load the settings and the slides that we've created for that slideshow. So here we have a slideshow that has 3 slides in it. Slide 1, slide 2, and slide 3. Now, the first slide of each of the slideshows, this is going to kind of show you quickly what these look like. And these are click and draggable. So all you really have to do is just click it and drag it if you want this slide to be first. All of a sudden it's going to be first now, and this one's going to be second. That one's going to be third. You can go over here to slider settings first and foremost. See, here are the pixel dimensions of your pictures. This one is a canvas of 1800 pixels wide by 700 pixels tall. This one's a little bit taller than some of the other ones. So what we want to do, and this person has put this in the wrong spot, we're going to figure this out here. So they have a layer in here, which they don't need a layer. So we're going to get rid of the layer because they wanted that to be their new image. So now this is what the image is. If you want to just change the image out, the easiest way to do that is hover over the slide background image right here, and you can click this to change it. If you have a slide in your slideshow that you will probably use often, and you may only use it like 1 month out of a quarter or a couple times a year, you can actually, if you want to, just come down here for show more options, and you click that, and we can actually disable the slide. Where is that? I must have changed this. Let's see here. I'm sorry, right here it is. Hide this slide, man. So if you just want to keep the slide, but you just want to hide it, that means it's not going to be in use. It won't show up, but you won't delete it. You actually just want to keep it. You can just turn this thing on. It's going to hide the slide. They've misspelled hide here. But if you want to actually change it out, here's where you're going to change it out. You're going to click this, and what you will want to do is upload the right size of your picture, your graphic, your image, whatever that is. You're going to want to put that in your media library. This is where all your stuff is. And it's going to need to be the same size as the ones we put in here. This is the one I put in here, this is the one I put in here, and this is the one I put in here. And right here shows me the size, 1800 by 700. There's where you can see it as well. Yours are going to want to be the same. Now this is the one they uploaded, and unfortunately that is way too low of resolution. So this is 300 by 168. They need to be 1800. So unfortunately we're not going to be able to change it. But if I did want to change it, I could simply just click this and hit insert, and then it would bring it back over here. I'm not going to do that right now. So that's how you change out the picture right there. If you change out the transitions, you can the timing is right here. All of these have the exact same timing, or they should anyway. All of these should have the same timing. 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second. So we're saying that we want this slide to stay on for 4 seconds, and then it's going to move on to the next slide. So that's how you can change it. You can put thumbnails in here if you want to. The easiest way to add a new slide is to simply just stay on one of these slides and come over here and click duplicate slide. And when you do that, it's going to create an exact copy of whichever slide you're on, which I would just simply do that if you're going to add one. If you're not going to take one away, you just want to add one. Duplicate the slide and then change the picture right here. This area down here is for layers. We don't have any layers on any of these, but you can. And layers would just mean that the background would come in first, and maybe this section here was a layer, and then this layer would come in a second or two later to kind of give, to make the slider a little more dynamic, I guess. But that's what layers are for. Once you do all of these changes, just remember to come down and click Save Changes, and your slider will be